Let's talk for a minute about what the Weidel Academy is. Let's just say this is kind of like an intro into the Weidel Academy, which I'm calling it that because I don't know what else to call it. Basically, a winner's academy. And let me tell you where this came from. After we've been doing this, or I've been doing it 4 months, there's about 80 plus, maybe 82 videos up. We've got 16,000 views. At this point, I thought maybe I should tell people why I'm doing this. So basically, the story is that in building my business in North Carolina, we started expanding all over, and we would bring people into a YMCA camp up at Camp Haynes outside of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We'd have about 150. We did the YMCA camp because you had all the bunks and you had a low cost with all the meals. People could come in, it didn't cost them much. Plus, you were in isolation. This is before the cell phone era, and you pretty much had people to yourself when you took them up there, and we'd have 150 to 200 people. And we'd get locked up. We'd have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But in between there, we'd be in a big meeting room, and we would talk about the business. And it was pretty much me talking, and you get a chance to explain things to the full-time people. A lot of the part-time people came in. So as our company got ready for another major expansion last year, I felt now's the time to start this all over again. But before you knew it, since we had expanded so much around the country, I could bring people into North Carolina in the early days, but now we're all over the country, so by the time I figured it was going to be 9 locations. A little cumbersome. Little 9 locations, 3 days, and then you get into the thing of, well, all of the great people who needed to be there that just couldn't make that time you did it in that part of the country. And then all the new people that came in the month afterwards, they needed to see it. So it looked like this is something I'd have to be regularly doing. And I said, all right, there's got to be a better way. Hey, technology. Why can't we use technology? So I came across a thing on the web that was just brilliant. And it is done by a guy named Sal Khan. I'm not going to tell you his story, but from starting just himself trying to help his sister out in another part of the country, had a daughter who was having a little problem with her math. He used this format, and that grew into a monstrous educational thing where with thousands and thousands of training videos, short training videos on lots of subjects, millions of kids viewed around the world. Bill Gates got behind it early, found it on the YouTube, and funded it. And he started it. If you have kids, I'd recommend you go and look up the Khan Academy. It's khanacademy.com. And you can also see where they've been on television, and they explain the whole idea. The more you understand theirs, the more you'll understand what I'm trying to do. They try and provide a free world-class education. Anybody, anywhere in the world, they can get on the internet. They can get a world-class education on all of these subjects, so they don't have the disadvantage. And I thought, what a great way of providing an education on winning, because that's what I've spent my life on, winning myself in sports and in business. I've had a privilege to meet and grow up knowing a lot of special people. I won't go through them all right now, but it dawned on me, at this stage of my life, why not pass on some of this stuff? And there's been a good response. I'm going to continue to do it. And the advantage is that his was just a general education. Mine is specific on winning, because that's what happens in life. When you get out there, you want to win. Whatever your goal is, you want to hit it. You don't want to almost hit it. And when you look at when you get out on your own, you find the quality of your life, to a large degree, is based off the decisions you make. You get out there and they own that, you're free. You have a freedom. You're an adult. You operate in a free society. Most of us do around the world. And so the obligation is you got to make decisions. And then you got to live with those decisions. And there's a thing you learn, it's called GIGO. GIGO. You know what that is? It's a computer term. That means, relates to the quality of your decisions. Garbage in, garbage out. So if you don't have good information coming in, there's no way you can make good decisions. See, that's the way a computer works. It makes decisions based off the information in there. Now, as we've grown up in life, not all of us have been exposed to winning environments. Not all of us have had the benefit of having mentors who've been successful in life. And so we picked up some kind of garbage information here. In fact, most people have faulty input on what they're making their decisions off of. So as a result, the decisions they make don't turn out the best for them. And so this is why you see people going through life frustrated, not missing out, knowing they could do better, wasting time, poor decisions in relationships, jobs, how they spend their time, and basically throwing their life away. But you don't have to. And so that's what the Weidel Academy is about, is putting information in your hands that allow you to get ahead. That's kind of a brief little look. If you want to know a little bit more about why we're doing it and what it has to do for moving you from the odds against you to the odds in your favor and how we go about that, I'll talk about that in the next video. If you've got a good enough idea, you don't need that, we'll just move on into some of the other videos then. That's the end of part 1 on our intro. And if you've got any comments, if you like the ideas here, go ahead and give us a comment, pass that on to you. And if you have any comments or ideas you want us to cover in this series, you can pass that on too. All right, thanks so much.